Hi, I'm Randall from Randall's ESL Cyber Listening Lab, and I'd like to share a tip to enhance teaching and learning at my website, something that I've added that I think is really going to enhance what you do. I'm going to go over to Easy, and this is currently in the Easy section, and I'm going to go over to the one called Acting School and Movie Stars. It's about introductions. And one of the things that I've noticed over time is that often students have a tendency, and teachers, to jump right into a listening activity without some pre-listening activity to really build a scaffolding to provide more details and practice. So what I've added to my website right here are these agreeing and disagreeing statements. So in this particular case, it's dealing with introductions. And these activities are set up to be done in face-to-face classrooms, online classroom, or for independent learners. And the idea, imagine that you're in a face-to-face classroom before you listen to a conversation, which I think is really interesting, with two people that are playing the role of a movie star and a reporter, is how we can go about extending that learning and practice before students listen to the conversation. So what I do is I have a series of agree or disagree statements. So imagine, for example, you're in the classroom and you ask students to move to the class part of the classroom, whether they agree or they disagree, based on these statements. And these statements are meant not to be black and white. There could be a really nuanced or differing view on how you might respond to them. So if we're talking about meeting people, number one, if you look at the questions right here, it is important to smile when you meet someone new. Generally, people might say that is true. You should always shake hands when you meet people. Now, number two, I think there's going to be some agreement and disagreement regarding that one because of cultural reasons or so forth. Number three, it's okay to ask personal questions when meeting someone. Now, that question could be debatable. What is the context in which people are meeting? Are they meeting for a job interview? When you say personal question, how do you define that? Are you talking about age? Are you talking about personal interests? That could be a debatable question. The other thing is number four, talking a lot helps make a good first impression. Well, what does talking a lot mean? So what I encourage teachers is, number one, before you go down and listen to the conversation and before you read over the questions, I suggest that you spend some time, again, in a face-to-face classroom, for example, where students are asking these questions. They're moving from one place to another in the classroom. Let's just say off to this direction is the agree, off to the other direction in the classroom is disagree. And then once they agree and disagree, they can do a couple of things. Number one, they can talk within their group of why they agree or disagree. And then once they've done that, then students can come together and teachers can pair students. It's kind of like a face-to-face activity where students look at another student who holds an opposing view, and then they explain their ideas. Now, the question is, can something like this with my activities be done in an online classroom? And absolutely, you can use polls, you can use emojis, you can use breakout rooms and so forth to share ideas. So I hope this gives you an idea of, you know what, Randall, I'm looking for more than just listening activities, or sometimes my students struggle with the listening activity on your website. Well, now you can do these pre-listening speaking, conversation, meaningful dialogue with other students, and you can spend that time to really start brainstorming ideas that will lead into the conversation. I hope this gives you an idea of how to use these activities on my website.